No, I don't do that.
Yes, you do.
I'm the cameraman. I think that's a better angle than the one that you just had.
You might be good at taking pictures of lots of things, but women isn't one of them. Every woman you photograph ends up looking 10 years older than they are and 10 times more overweight.
It's not true. I'm a really good cameraman. I have an eye.
Film people, women up the nostrils, up their double chin, that sort of angle.
Right, I've had a few bad pictures of you, okay, but I've
not
had
just
a lot.
Me, not just me.
I've had a lot of amazing ones as well. Anyway.
What's up, Kit? I told
Good
you.
evening, YouTubers. I've had a few videos up today. One of my frustration at Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I've been looking online and I should find a solution. I'm sure it won't be difficult, but it's just so complicated. Why do they have to make it so complicated? Why can't they make it really easy? Like X-Plane. X-Plane was, I don't like X-Plane, which is why I've moved to Microsoft Flight Simulator, but they had some good features on X-Plane. And one of them, it was really easy to set the views and the controls. Anyway, I had another video on this morning. Hello. My brother's cat.
Yeah, she's jealous that she's being upstaged by your brother's cat.
Oh no.
So she wants to get some action in. You've actually got your own YouTube channel, Kat. I know
She
you're
has. My
aware.
daughter started a YouTube channel for us. So.
Oh, yes,
Anyway, my brother, getting back to my brother, he's a very interesting person. I mean, we grew up together in Liverpool, and without giving you my life story.
Oh, it's your phone!
Okay, sorry about that. 2 phone calls later, it was my boy. My boy was the first one. And Trevor rang up and he was telling us all kinds of stuff about stuff. And this is what happens when we sit down. We get no phone calls all day. The minute you sit down to make a video, ring, ring.
I
ring,
turn
ring.
the Wi-Fi off on my phone.
Useful tip, but I mean, your phone's there. It could ring on your phone on the coffee table, couldn't it? And then away we go again.
So yes, baby brother-in-law. Let's talk about baby brother-in-law, baby Michael.
It's my brother.
Bless his little cotton socks. Yes,
He's a very interesting character, my brother. We grew up together in Liverpool, and yeah, today he collects all kinds of what some people would describe as junk, but
oh, he's got some nice
antiques.
stuff.
And you know, he collects. You go in his house, and it's like walking into an antique shop.
Yeah.
And you're like looking. And you're thinking, whoa, whoa. And I've got some video footage he's showing you about and some of his stuff. He had a bust of Lenin. And I thought, no way. Lenin? I mean, I'm not a communist, don't get me wrong, but...
Yeah, but any of those kind of dictator busts,
yeah,
they're worth
yeah.
money, aren't they?
Yeah, any dictator is worth communist or fascist.
I'm not sure Lenin was a dictator.
He must have played a big role in the Communist Party because they renamed St. Petersburg, didn't they? Leningrad.
They did, but I mean, firstly, I'm not sure. I get the impression he wasn't around in power that long. I don't know. I'm not a communist, you see, so I've never been into it.
What, those sorts of things? I mean, he showed me a tin cigar box.
Let me get my tea.
Okay, I've got a picture of it, I'll put it up. And it was a cigar box, which was made by Cameleds when they built a ship called HMS... Can't remember. Anyway, 1915 it was built. It was a warship for World War One, and it did stuff in World War One. And apparently, this cigar box would have been in the officer's mess, I would imagine, or in the captain's office or something like that. I don't know, because they did that sort of thing. It was copper and it was silver plated, and of course the ship's long since been scrapped before the Second World War. And Michael came out with this interesting factoid, and he said, well, it was in these battles, and it played a part in rescuing the Romanovs, you know, the Tsar of Russia and his family, before they were murdered by the Bolsheviks. It actually went to sort of rescue him, and it failed, obviously. And yeah, interesting bits of fact. But you think, wow. And then he's wandering around picking up bits of twisted aluminium and things, and you think, what's that? Oh, it's a Dornier. The Dornier German bomber got shot down in wherever. Twisted, and so there's all kinds of, I mean, you know what antique shops are like. I mean, you go in there and there's always something, everybody, there's always something that catches your attention and your interest, and I love a good mooch. And looking around, I could spend days looking around Mick's house.
Yes,
all the stuff, and he just buys and sells it.
He kept saying, have a look at this and have a look at this, and I'm going, get yourself back to that Lenin bust. It was only little, it wasn't like, because I thought you wanted it to put a German helmet on.
No. It would be funny though, but it's not a full-size head, it's like a half-size head.
Yeah, or a quarter-size head. It's more like the size of an orange. There's got to be some... I mean, there's not going to be some gift shop or joke shop in the UK, is there? Or buy a bust of Lenin. A lot of kids these days go, who the hell is that anyway?
I don't know, but it's got to be a saleable thing, isn't it, if you're a communist?
Have you told the good people about the story of the Pixies?
No.
Is that allowed on YouTube?
No. Maybe some other time.
Oh, Harry's complaining that his mate shaved his head and his big brother laughed.
Well, brothers do scrap, especially if you with me and Mick. There's only a couple of years difference between us, and we spent our whole childhood scrapping over everything. I mean, I remember we had a really serious punch up over a cardboard box because my parents, our parents had.
Was that the one where they got a new freezer?
Yeah.
And
they bought a new upright freezer, and of course they took it out. Came in a huge box, as upright freezers do. And Michael got the cardboard box as his den, and I was out. I didn't know anything about it until I got home. By the time I got home, there's the box in the living room, and there's all cushions inside it. He's got a table lamp, and he's got all pictures of Gary Glitter because he was a big Gary Glitter fan at the time. And he'll be really embarrassed about that. But seriously, he was a big Gary Glitter fan at the time. He had all his records. And I'm like looking in the box saying, I want to come in. So as I climbed in, of course, he booted me in the face. And there was a huge fight. I want the box. I want it. It's my box. I want it. So there was a great big... I think my dad crushed it and put it in the bin in the end. But there was a lot of fighting.
There was a hole, wasn't there? And you put your finger in.
I poked him. Actually, there was a hole, and I tried to poke him in the eye or something like that. And then I put my finger in again, and he bit my finger. He bit it, screaming, and he was laughing inside the teeth marks and everything, and then he bit it really hard. And then I was looking again, and I could see his teeth either side of the hole. I thought, right, so I went and got a dog end out the ashtray. A big load of ash on the end, I just dropped it down the hole, and they were coughing and spluttering and kicking about, and oh dear. But what a big performance over a damn box.
Well, yes.
It's amazing what siblings fight over.
This is what siblings do all the time, isn't it?
Yeah. So anyway, I've got some videos of him, and I'm going to stick them on the end of this video so you can watch the sort of things. And it's not all his house. I mean, some of it's auctions and things. As he goes around all these different auctions looking at stuff, and they go back on the day and put bids in and they buy stuff. He's got a big van and he puts all the stuff in his van and
takes his little cat with him.
Sells stuff on the... I don't know what he does, but he's buying and selling stuff because up where he lives in the Pennines, Yorkshire, you know, that sort of area, there's no work, there's nothing. So you've got to make your own life, you know what I mean? You've got to make your own party, otherwise you'd just be on the dole forever.
Tell me something, as a big brother, have you ever broken his necklace and thrown him on a dog bowl?
No, he never wore necklaces.
But you have punched him out and thrown him through a plate glass window?
It wasn't plate glass, it was just normal glass.
Floor to ceiling?
Well, it was a French window, it was like the bottom of that glass door there. So they got wind glass above and glass at the bottom, and it punched him, and as he went down, he went through the window. And we were both as horrified as each other. But this was the 60s, 1960s,
it's a good job you don't
70s.
write a book called... Oh, he might write a book called Spare. Because he's the spare. I mean...
Spare what?
I don't know.
Because I'm not...
Spare Eskith.
Spare Eskith.
Spare Eskith, there's plenty of them around.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. That's what we've been doing today. We've been editing a few films, getting things together.
And I hear he might be coming out to visit.
He might be coming out to Christmas, but I don't know. Maybe not. It depends on how he feels.
It will have been 14 years since he came out last time.
I haven't seen him for a long time, but we do keep up to speed with each other on WhatsApp. That's one of the beauties.
It's incredible, isn't it?
I had a good long chat with him last night. That's what spurred me to think about it.
And I couldn't figure out, is the chicken one of his pets as well?
I've no idea. I don't know if he keeps chickens. It's the sort of thing he would do because he'd save money on eggs, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be right up his street, wouldn't it?
And then you got a bird for Christmas. A little bit small, though, chicken, isn't they? But you don't eat a good laying chicken, do you?
Last I heard, when Ben went to visit, he was planning on keeping bees in the attic above Ben's room, and Ben came back. He went, "You fucking what? Do what?" And your brother was like, "Well, I can have honey, free honey. It'll be nice, but it'll be right." And Ben's like, inside the house.
I'll have to get him on a live. Well, they're all right. They're all right, bees. You can be in the house as long as they're not stinging you. It's only problem with the stinging, isn't it?
If you want to get demonetised, get your channel thrown off, go live with your brother, yeah.
Go live. And what I'll do is I'll pre-record it and then I can edit him out. I can edit bits out that are outrageous. He's more outrageous than me. I'm not even outrageous, but he is. Totally outrageous because
Well, best
some of the stories he could tell were so funny.
Oh, God, yeah.
We were reminiscing last night. We were on the phone for 6 hours last night.
6.5 hours.
On WhatsApp, it's all free. And of course, he's living over 1,000 miles away from me.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing technology today because, I mean, in the old days, you'd be on the phone, wouldn't you? And there'd be a bill.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been ringing England. Ah! You know, so. Anyway, I'm going to put a bit of ugly, Michael. I call him Ugly, you see, or Ugg for short. And he calls me Ugly, or Ugg for short. So,
And he calls Ben
Ugg.
Ugg. And Ben calls him Ugg.
Or Dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, brotherly banter. So here's, without further ado, young Michael.
Just a load of old fossils and old trilobites. Oh, I've got a trilobite there somewhere. Where is it? Hell, I can't see it now. No. I'll find it later. It's a big piece of petrified wood. Huge clamshell. Oh, that's what I was looking for. This very large trilobite, and if you look closely, you can see the compound eye. Cool, that, isn't it? And I think this is Devonian, so somewhat like 300 million years old. Well, I've got all kinds of mad stuff. That's Beethoven. How clock that works. So that's the pen that's made of the wood from HMS Victory. I've got various ships in bottles. All these miniature clocks, they work. Got wanted one of them for years, and now I've got one. I can't see it for all the other junk I've got. Loads of stuff. There's John Lennon. It's a very heavy cast aluminium statue. Let me see. That there, that plate, I dated it once to 1735. I just keep old lighters in it. It's probably the oldest plate I've got. You'd be into these, wouldn't you? Oh, do. It's an astro compass. These are all fragments of shells and bit of a write-up where this bomb came from. I think it's Scarborough. Fragments of shell fired into Scarborough. Yeah, I need to clear all that out. I've got a huge collection of thimbles that I'm going to put in that printer's tray behind the galleon. Power to the people. Let's have a look at this. HMS Hercules. Oh, I haven't got my glasses on. Another ship in an old Dimpri battery. Starfish, rose quartz, loads of conches. West German. East German, sorry, East German. That's from Indonesia or Malaysia. It's all carved wood. Proper thing. Another lovely ship in the battle. All kinds of fossils and bits of natural history. And that's a scrimshaw. I don't know if it's real. So a scrimshaw's a whale's tooth, and the sailors would engrave them in spare time, give them something to do. So yeah, all kinds. Well, these are all picked up the beach at Normandy.
I don't know. No, it's picked them up all over. If you'd Sandalworth Moor, they're all from all over, sure.
Fragments.
Honestly, he's picked them all up. I mean, they're quite, in some ways, I suppose they're quite interesting, isn't it?
Cheshire, 1941. Yeah.
The Imperial War Museum.
He's got them off Sandalworth Moor.
There's bits from Sandalworth. Honestly, there's bits from all over, sure. This tailpipe was given to me by the Imperial War Museum North in November 2001. Well, it could be off of anything, couldn't it? You're videoing all this, aren't you?
My brother's into this, so I'm just going to show him. I haven't got your face on, don't worry. I love shit like that.